Good evening and welcome to Marshall Matt, episode 30. And today we have Spencer G, who'll be discussing what he's doing with folks who have Parkinson. So it sounds like some good work. So we're going to be bringing him up. So if you're watching, tell us where you're watching from. Smash that like button. We're going to be bringing it up soon. Sorry for the last couple of weeks. One, we had a issue. Somebody's internet was way off. And last week we kind of took off. So what's new, Renee? Anything exciting?
Um, yeah. Hold on, I'll show you what's new.
Guys, we have another mascot. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Look at this.
So as you
Yes.
guys know, my beloved Penelope had passed away,
But look,
but
look,
we got little Olive now.
and it
Right,
still
Olive?
fits
Oh, hi,
in
sweetie
with
pie.
the Marshall Man logo. You couldn't have done any better.
Yeah, so this is little Olive Petunia. Yes, it
How
is.
cute,
Oh,
cute,
yes, it
cute,
is.
cute. Look.
And she bites and she barks and
So that kind of typical
yeah.
puppy stuff.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
Awesome. All right.
She just
Okay,
hold us
folks.
through this whole thing.
We're gonna be. She's. All right, we're going to be bringing up Spencer G. Hopefully, he's got his camera situation worked out. Sorry for the delay. Oh, she didn't like that. And here we go. Without further ado,
Hey Dean, how are you?
and welcome. How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome. So here's my co-host with the co-most,
Nice
Renee. Renee, Dr. Spencer G.
Hello, nice to meet you.
to meet you, Renee.
This is our official mascot for our logo.
That is
Boston,
that meh?
Boston
Yeah,
Terrier.
this is the version 2.0. She's got some big shoes to fill, but she's only a few months old, so she'll be all right.
Yeah. His past Penelope, which I had the pleasure of meeting, unfortunately passed away. So
Hi.
yeah, so this is the 2.0, as Renee put it. But hey, just for folks who might not have seen you on FMA discussion, which was some years back, why don't you give us a quick rundown on your martial arts background before we segue into the Parkinson's?
Okay, I started in Kempo, Ed Parker's Kempo in the early '70s,
Oh wow,
and and I was also a competitive tennis player at the time. Billie Jean King was my coach, and I was going to private school in Oakland, California. I applied for University of Southern California and I made it in and I started training in their Kung Fu club at the University of Southern California. While I was there, I had an opportunity to audition for representing the United States in the first tour to the People's Republic of China. And I went with Kenny Perez, Keith Hirabayashi, Warren Liu, all with Roger Tung, and we trained with the Nanjing Wushu team. That was in 1981. And when I came back, I moved from Southern California to New York. And I started training in pancration with Eric Lee. I was training in Pananandata with Grandmaster Amante P. Marinas for Filipino martial arts. And I was also training in Capoeira with Mestre Bon Jesus. Currently, I'm training with Mestre Carioca and also keeping up my ballroom dance competition training as well as flamenco and salsa.
wow. So you got no shortage of activities.
So yeah, my background is primarily based on movement training. So when I moved to New York, I found out that not everybody could do the wushu training that I was looking to promote. So I had to create exercise classes for people who were just looking to get into shape.
Gotcha.
And so I created the East West workout, which became later the Wushu workout. So what I did was help people develop the coordination necessary just to be able to do martial art preparation movement. And
Mm,
that further developed into what I was doing in Tai Chi classes. In the We jumped from the 1980s all the way up to 2015, which is when I started people doing Parkinson's, Tai Chi for Parkinson's. And from my experience in giving exercise classes, if I only gave Tai Chi classes the way Tai Chi is generally given, most people would have just left after the first class. So, what I did was to spice it up a little bit by giving it some resistance training with weights, resistance cords,
mm.
bands, and balls, and it made it more fun and interesting. I added kickboxing techniques to it, and I added also some stick fighting and knife and sword fighting with it from my Filipino martial arts. So I basically gave it a whole new spin,
Just to keep retention and all that, make it more exciting for folks.
make it more
Have you
exciting.
have you
Yes,
ever seen any of Dean's dance videos? They're actually really interesting.
I have not yet. I have not yet seen Dean's dance
And nor
videos.
do you want
Yeah.
to. No. So Renee's a funny guy.
Yes,
um, so
but I
what?
like what Dean's done with his Piper training. That's cool.
What's that Piper stuff, man? So what? I think it's really profound what you're doing. I have such admiration for folks who try to go out, help people that most martial artists won't do or can't do, and there. So I guess what was the initial inspiration for you to help folks with Parkinson's?
Well, it's one thing to be able to work with people who are elite athletes. I've had the opportunity to work with John McEnroe, Heinz Gunhart, who is Martina Navratilova's mixed doubles partner, and John Lendl. Those were top tennis players at the time in the 80s.
Yeah,
And
McEnroe.
I've also worked with a professional hockey player, Roman Hammerlick. And so I've had the opportunity to work with elite athletes. That's one thing when uh, the person training with you already has skill and talent, but then can you still validate your teaching techniques with somebody who is more challenged?
Mm.
So then I applied what I had done in all the years of giving exercise classes and martial art classes and applied it to people who have this neurodegenerative disease like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia.
So did somebody I mean, like, I guess, was it just a calling on your part, or did somebody suggest, hey, you should help these folks? You could do something, or
I was asked by the New York Institute of Technology in Old Westbury, New York, to provide Tai Chi classes.
okay, okay, and then that kind of set the whole thing off. So, like, how was it initially? Did you find it challenging, or I mean, did you had to go kind of along the way, kind of work the kinks out, or I'm imagining?
It's always working kinks out
Yeah, I
because
can't.
everybody always has different effects and
Mm,
it affects people differently all the time. Usually, I was used to working with men because Parkinson's usually affects men.
okay,
Every once in a while, there would be some women involved, but primarily men.
okay.
So the
Yeah, my
usual
grandmother had it.
approach. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said my grandmother had it.
I see. Yes, every once in a while I see women being affected by it, but primarily it affects men.
So, what was your initial approach, I guess? Just for
The
folks.
initial approach was that I figured if it was men who were getting it and men were getting frustrated by having it, the last thing they want to do is something soft, slow, and gentle, like Tai Chi is usually associated with being. So I took
Excuse me.
the opposite side. Like when you look at a yin yang, which is the iconic symbol for Tai Chi, instead of looking at the side that is gentle, passive, and tranquil, I took the other side, which is more aggressive. And since it's known as being a martial art, I had everybody hitting things right away.
Nice, nice.
as a means of releasing frustration and anger. Because if you want to try and get somebody to do something peaceful and gentle and they're already frustrated, you oftentimes going to just get them more frustrated.
Yeah.
So I got rid of some excess tension and stress, and then they could relax and do some of the more relaxing, contemplative, tranquil Tai Chi movements.
Okay. So was this your? I mean, so this is was. Did somebody suggest that to you, or you just saw like out of the box and say, "Look, I mean, these people are frustrated. Man, I'm just going to have them just start hitting things, and then we'll
That's
see."
right. With me, there is no box.
Okay, there you go. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's just started there was uh, everybody in the beginning was sitting in a lunchroom table. So I got myself some focus mitts and just had people punching them, holding it in one hand and punching it with the other, and then
mm,
and then changing hands. You know, the traditional Chinese courtesy is to put your fist and your palm.
correct.
So I took their fist and held the focus mitt in the other palm to simulate the salute. So then instead of just holding it there statically, you're punching into the focus mitt. So if you got a focus mitt here and you're working your hooks, you're working your uppercuts, you're working your hammer fist, or you can just hold it up to guard your center line for your jabs and your crosses.
And how
But
that
by
go? They loved it. They
giving them
loved it.
something to hit made them feel a lot better.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine. I mean, we feel better when we're hitting things. So think about them. Like, and it went over pretty well. That like that approach initially.
It went over very well, so it went from 10 people to 20 and 30 people.
Wow.
We had to get another room. So they opened up a wellness center. So I was to test to see how well the Tai Chi class would go. And then eventually they brought in Rock Steady Boxing, which is a competitor to the Tai Chi classes. And they were promoting the Rock Steady Boxing a lot and not promoting the Tai Chi classes as much. Everything changed when COVID happened because I had up to 20 and 30 people in a class. And after
Mm,
COVID happened, then a lot of things changed.
I know. Like I know. Like with many folks in the martial art industry, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. 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 So
So you were mentioning Filipino martial arts. Was there any particular style or system you were practicing?
Yes, I teach a system called Pananandata by my teacher, Amante P. Marinis. It's a northern style, so we tend to use a little more distance, although we do have short range weapons as well.
yeah, he's been
What
posting
size
some
sticks
stuff
are you
in that
using?
discussion, and so
My teacher encouraged the use of 31-inch sticks. The tendency is to use shorter sticks, which are about 28 inches. So my teacher encouraged the use of longer sticks for a longer reach. He also encouraged the shape of a more tapered stick, so that would be more aerodynamic for more whippy movements.
Renee, do you know of this system? It's like a lot of flexible. It's pretty inclusive as far as all the weapons. I think more so than most. I would say. Um, he was located New Jersey, right? Originally.
I'm in Long Island, New York,
No, I know
Roslyn.
that, but your teacher though was in New Jersey originally, right?
My teacher was originally in Flushing, in Corona Park in Flushing,
Okay.
New York.
Okay. And
Hmm.
He's very good friends with Leo Huron, and they came out. They would work out together and hang out, and they had the first Filipino martial arts tournament, I believe, in the 70s.
wow, wow, that's going way, way, way back. Wow. And you,
Yes,
so you're still obviously in touch with them, active in there.
I'm still in touch with him through one of his senior students, Ron Francisco, Guru Ron Francisco, who is also a master uh, marksman
Nice, nice.
out in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Okay, okay. So getting back to Parkinson, so after that, the initial before COVID hit, were you doing anything besides the Tai Chi with the folks? Like far as
Well,
arts
my
go?
interpretation of Tai Chi is to include a lot of different disciplines into it, right? So that if you were only doing traditional Tai Chi, most people would not have stayed.
Gotcha. I remember saying that. Yep.
Yeah, but I tend to use more of the Yang style Tai Chi, which is more wide and open. And what I did was to include weapons work within the hands. So if
Okay.
you're doing a movement like hold the ball, I'm here holding the ball. You start with that because if you're only just doing your hands, it's not as you're not experiencing as much until you're holding something in your hands.
And what about far as FMA? Did like when you say the weapons, you put sticks in their hands after they got some coordination with the
Yes.
ball?
Well, these are flutes. So a lot of Chinese martial arts they would use instruments and they would hide weapons inside the instrument. So if this is a flute and I've got like a dagger in here, I just pull out the dagger from inside the flute.
Just in case you want to tune somebody up, right?
In case you, a patient, I said like this.
Yeah. And this is a metal fan. So a lot of times they would hide darts inside the fan and shoot darts out of the fan. This particular fan is a metal fan, so it's got a steel tip at the bottom.
Nice. Is Brian?
When you have these moves called fan through the back, you open up the fan, and it makes more sense when you have a fan in your hands.
Okay.
This move called single whip, you got a whip here. It makes more sense when you can see the whip in your hands, snapping it. So that's the move single whip.
Right.
The move here, needle at the bottom of the C. When you hold the needles in your hand, these are knitting needles, but you can see they're pretty sharp, similar just to like holding daggers. But when you hold the needles in your hand, you can see how it can be applied as a dagger.
Mm.
This move here, grasp the sparrow's tail. Here's my use of the toys. I started using toys because it just made it more visible to understand what it was I'm doing. So if I'm holding a sparrow in my hands, I go to grasp the sparrow's tail. It takes a different meaning when I'm holding a blade in my hand here. I'm using the other hand to support the thrust.
Okay. Okay. So, wow, pretty clever. I mean, far as associations, far as I mean, your audience there. How did they
One
grab?
more thing. So, like,
Sure.
if you see me using 2-6 to thrust,
Mm.
it comes from the move carry tiger, but it gets a different effect when you see me hold the tiger here. That's my tiger.
Look at that. Renee's.
I have a very extensive toy collection, Dean.
That's awesome. No, I know. I remember like when we first interviewed. I mean, you had all kinds of gadgets and toys and
It's all
weapons,
about the toys.
you know. And so, like, how they
Yeah, well,
so
Dean, you got a bunch of moves like that, right? Like pet the stranger's back and pick pick your friend's wallet.
yeah, especially to pick the friend's wallet. Yes, but we'll keep that just between us. And
Yeah.
what do you got there? What's that?
This is a resistance cord. So again, when you have the resistance cord, and you'll see people do it for physical therapy, it gives you a different effect when you're pulling one hand and pushing the other. When you're doing this move, white crane spreads wings, rush knee push, white snake six out tongue. You get a different feel when you have something to work with the resistance.
Nice. I like the way you were pushing out. That was interesting. Huh. Okay.
The idea of holding the ball. So this is a special ball. This ball expands.
Look at that.
And when people have these visual tools, it just makes it more interesting and fun. People forget that it's important to have fun when you're doing all this practice.
Not only that, though, especially when you're working with that population. I mean, so how do they do with when you went from basically hitting the mitts to the weapons?
It's the best part of their day.
Oh, the weapon work? Oh yeah?
Everything.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do with them is normal exercise things like push ups or jumping jacks or anything like a regular calisthenic. You got to make it interesting and fun. That's why I add all these aspects of the color and the resistance and the different shapes of things to work with.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Like not, I mean, just like you said, mixing it up and and trying to keep their interest level. So, how long did this go for? Like a couple years before COVID, or
Yeah, we started around 2015.
and then okay, COVID. Okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so like you take this move here, this is called play guitar. So I have a guitar. So again, you can see that I'm holding a guitar. But when you take that position and you look at this movement of how you hold a spear, it's not that different.
Okay,
So a lot of these things are code. So although it's called play guitar, it's very similar to how you would hold a long weapon like a pole or a spear.
okay, nice,
Okay.
nice. And so during this time before COVID, you got up to 30, and like, what was the duration of time you were spending with them, and what was the frequency during the week?
Twice a week, 11 a.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. It was given out of New York Institute of Technology. It was on a college campus.
Like an hour each time, or
Yes, it was an hour long.
wow, wow. So you brought all your stuff there, and like when you had 30, do you have some folks helping you out, or just
No, just me.
wow? Okay, okay.
It's a lot of toys to bring with you.
That's a lot of toys. You got to have your toy chest ready.
So unfortunately, so when COVID came, I mean, if they were getting a great, it sounds like you were getting a great response from them. They were liking and all that. I mean, like, why did COVID affect it? Like, why wouldn't they? Because of the, even if you came with their mask, they just didn't want to do it.
When people start something, you get the momentum behind you. But the moment you stop one class, it takes more and more work to get that momentum going again.
That's a great, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so they
There's
stopped
the
it.
social element too. People look forward to seeing their friends and the people who are part of the group. So
Yeah,
that's incentive to want to keep coming back.
yeah, no, right, socialization. All right, so
Yes, that's very important. The other thing that gets in the way too is people die. And so you'll have some of the people dropping out because they pass on.
what? Just out of curiosity, what was generally speaking the average age group? Like, like what ages?
It starts in the 60s.
Six. So generally speaking, 60 and older. That was basically your population's age.
Yeah, well, in 2021, there was 6.1 million people worldwide with Parkinson's. The estimate is that in 2050, there's going to be 25.2 million people worldwide with Parkinson's.
What are they attributing that to?
A lot of it has to do with insecticides, pollutions, and toxins. There's two
Wow.
entryways that they think a lot of it is coming through. One is through the gut, and the other one is through the nose.
All that, and they're expecting. Wow, that increased by two. Wow, that's frightening.
Yeah,
Um,
well, they're looking at 90,000 new cases each year, 7,500 people per month, 246 people per day, 10 per hour.
globally, wow,
That's in
and
the USA.
that's just in the USA. Whoa, I thought
Yeah, so if you want to know where the greatest amount of populations are, it's mostly in Asia.
as far as the Parkinson's
Yes,
due to
again, a lot of pollutions and toxins.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's interesting that the area that most people have Parkinson's in China is they're very close to uh, the factories that make
No.
insecticides and
Oh,
toxins.
okay. So no coincidence there. Okay.
No.
And so as status quo right now, no cure, no foreseeable.
They have some other possibilities to slow down some of the effects, like they have deep brain simulation where they drill holes into the patient's head, put in the
He's
electrodes, and they can minimize the amount of medication. Sometimes people don't make it through the drilling process. There's a new pump also that can direct the dopamine directly into the stomach right away, so you can get the benefits of the dopamine to slow down the tremors.
So
But
is
the main thing
there?
about the Tai Chi is that there's no side effects.
Yeah. Yeah.
The goal is
Um.
to build up new brain cells through neuroplasticity. You're working on both sides of the body, which affects both sides of the brain.
Okay. Okay. So that's the benefit. The neuroplastics. Okay. And the new brains. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. All right.
So all these activities where you're working both sides of the body, like when you're doing exercises like Sinawali,
Yeah.
those kinds of things are very important.
And how are they doing that as far as the midline and all that? I mean, was that like I guess what was your toughest exercise generally speaking for them to kind of get and perform?
It's nothing's tough. You just make it fun for them.
And just let them do what okay, all right.
Yeah. So one thing that helps a lot is color coding. So like if you have two different colored sticks, so here is a brown stick, here is a gray stick. If you can differentiate which stick is which by the color, the person will learn it faster.
Yeah, okay, that makes total sense. Just like the,
Otherwise, if there's the same color, the same length, there's no ability to differentiate. So my most effective way of teaching that is to have one stick that's white in the right hand and one stick that's black in the left hand.
mm, I tried telling that to Renee with everything and
well, I'm colorblind, so to me everything is gray.
because
Everything's gray. Well, then we'll
Yeah.
have to go tactile with you.
so Brian's
Oh,
got
what
a great statement. This is
what
awesome.
we
You're
do
doing the
is we
Lord's
keep
work.
one stick in the freezer and we set the other one on fire.
That's right. One hot, one cold.
That's right. Yeah.
I was trying to get Renee just to do this like that.
Come on,
Yeah.
Renee.
But he has all these
Just try
toys.
that.
But the toys he brings out,
Forehands,
the analogies
backhand.
are just.
Forehand, backhand, Renee.
And he's
I
like,
couldn't even get
like
Dr. G. I couldn't even get that far. I couldn't even get doing this in a straight line. Like
he was doing this, and then he brought out a chicken. He goes, Renee, just choke the chicken. And I was like, I'm not sure what that means.
That's another class, but we can address that another time.
I bet. Well, it's good that you got a sense of humor. So I guess I'm kind of just sad in a way. Like it sounds like you were doing this great stuff with these folks, and they were loving it, socialization, getting some rapport,
Olive.
hopefully, and then they ended it because of
Yes, they ended it, but then
Get it out.
recently I've been having the opportunity to get some newspaper articles out and some videos out on Sinovision. I was just recently in the news day for the newspaper, and I was a hometown hero. And I
deservingly
was also in
so.
the Long Island Press, all about what I've been doing with the Tai Chi and Parkinson's. And recently, I gave a PowerPoint presentation for the National Qigong Association in Richmond, Virginia, at the John Marshall Ballroom.
So with this recent press and all that, are you getting some momentum and
I am getting a lot of momentum, and now I'm here on your podcast.
yeah, no, I think what you're
Yeah,
doing is great. And
I'm
like
sorry
Brian
we set
said,
you back.
and what Brian said, you're doing the Lord's work, and I think you are. I think it's just fantastic what you're doing for these folks. Are you there?
Recently, you want to know the best tool that's been helping me? It's not the sticks, it's not the swords, it's not the toys. It's what you use every day, right here.
The phone. All right, so go ahead. Let's hear it.
When you hold the phone, you're doing a backhand position. The screen is facing you. When you show the phone, that's a forehand position. You're showing me the screen. So you
Uh,
have backhand and forehand.
I couldn't get Renee to do that. He can't even. Okay, but something I could work with Renee. But that's totally. I totally. Yeah, forehand back. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because pretty much most people, when they hold the phone, they're going to hold it so the screen faces them.
Correct.
When you want to show somebody a picture on your phone, you're going to show the screen to them. That's forehand, front of the phone, right? But when
Nice.
you're looking at the phone, that's a backhand position. So instead of worrying about the technical aspects of it, you just use the phone as a point of reference.
That's how clever. No, so that's how you're. That's kind of like your starting reference now.
Yes, that's something that everybody pretty much has a phone and they know how to use a phone. So the Tai Chi move is called ward off, grasp the sparrow's tail, press. So I say when you go pick up your phone, that looks like ward off. And when you go to press on the phone, that move in Tai Chi is called press.
All right. Awesome. So, any new I mean, like, where you're getting like any new ventures or through the recent press and all that, where you're working now with these folks and new places?
I'm at 12 different locations. I work with people who have Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia. So I'm at senior assisted living centers where I work with people who have memory care issues. And I work with people who are high functioning, who can use their upper body but can't walk. And I work with the people in memory care who there's not too much left cognitively, but they can at least try and copy my movements.
God bless you. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, 12 places. I know we were talking about Parkinson's. What challenges would be different with the dementia and et cetera?
I treat them the same pretty much.
As far as what you would initially do. Okay, all right.
Yeah, the thing is I teach it usually there's no mirrors there, so I have to be the mirror. I'm doing it backwards so they can do it
So
the
they can
right
model.
way.
Gotcha. Yeah, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So by doing everything on the right side and on the left side, they're working both sides of the body, which means both sides of the brain.
Man, that's awesome. Wow, wow,
The
wow.
challenge is to do it on the same side and then to transfer it over to the opposite side. So you're going from ipsilateral training
No
to
swords.
contralateral training.
Jeez, you got 12 places. How do you think this? 12 places. How are you doing it? Mm.
Yeah, I'm used to working with all kinds of weapons, so I'm used to working with all kinds of locations. So what is it that you do mostly on your phone all day, Dean and Renee?
Well, I'm trying to see because Renee sent me all this stuff every day, so I'm trying to just try to scroll through it and try, And no, I mean messages coming in, FMA discussion. You don't. People don't understand.
So when you use your phone, usually to turn it on, what do? You swipe, right?
Correct.
So that's the logo that I use for my technique. Smart ways to impact Parkinson's effects.
Which is, let me just bring up the flyer again. Swipe. There we go.
That's the logo.
Nice, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so now the challenge is to instruct other teachers to teach this method. So I've applied for a trademark to get this manual out and also get more workshops going.
Oh, God, wow. I didn't know you. Okay. This is so you went from I mean, you're really dialed in here. So so you actually wanted to train other folks who can do this throughout the states?
Throughout the nation, throughout the world.
How's that process going as far as the trademarking and all that?
No.
It's all in the works right now. Now I'm at work on organizing workshops for instructors.
So they would go to your place basically, and you would basically teach them how to in there.
Yes, this is a 3 day weekend workshop to get certified for basic level instructor
And
training.
that would enable them to basically go into the facilities and kind of do what you do, correct?
That's correct.
Um, Man, that is awesome. I
Crazy.
had no idea to the magnitude or like what you were doing. I mean,
Oh,
I
don't do
knew
that.
about the articles and et cetera, but I had no idea you were taking it as far, which I think is just fantastic. And
It has to be taken this far because it's really affecting a lot of people. You're looking at, by the time it's 2050, there's going to be a 112% increase compared to the levels in 2021. It's going to be
100,
hard to find enough instructors just to cover the amount of people that have this.
112% increase. Wow.
Yes.
Are they getting anywhere far as like a potential cure whatsoever?
You have to speak to what's going on with the Michael J. Fox Foundation. They're always looking for improvements on things. I'm looking to make my way over there at some point soon. You can only do so much medication because that starts to wear off or cause side effects. So I'm still emphasizing non-invasive, non-pharmaceutical approach.
No problem, Maynard. So, Dr. Spencer here is working on a program or has a
That
program.
that's Professor Spencer.
Professor.
Doctor is my dad.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right.
Thanks.
I stand corrected. Oh, Parkinson. Yes, there you go, Maynard. Yeah. Um, so, wow. So I know yeah, then you got the evil side of the meds, right? I mean, the
Yes.
effects of them. Um,
There's
wow.
a guy I follow on Instagram. I'm trying to remember his name, but he lives off grid on an island, and he has Parkinson's, and he's been kind of documenting his you know his life over the last little while, or quite some time now, I should say. Like living alone off grid with Parkinson's, which is pretty crazy. He's got a really good
Uh,
sense of humor too.
yeah.
He says the way he hides that he has Parkinson's is he in the summertime when he goes fishing, he just keeps holding onto the fish, so the fish looks like it's alive. And I thought that was pretty funny of him to like use that to kind of like you know bring some humor to his situation.
Yeah, gotta learn to lighten some things up.
That's why I talk to Dean almost every day. He's got such a great sense of humor. He really lightens things up for me.
Well, that makes the whole process a lot more enjoyable, doesn't it?
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Wow, wow. I just think it's. I know I keep saying it. I just think it's fantastic. I had no idea the magnitude of what you're trying to achieve here.
Do you
Yeah,
do
well,
you have a YouTube channel or?
my dad was always wondering what are you going to do with all these sticks and knives for? What are you jumping around like this praying mantis or doing these tiger moves for? How's that going to get you a living? So
Well, valid question.
yeah, because my dad being a doctor, he went to Stanford and he put me through private school. He put me through USC. So where's all my money going to? So my dad helped promote holistic medicine. He was a general practitioner. He went to med school at Wake Forest, and he helped to pioneer acupuncture in the West Coast in the early 70s, and eventually created his own approach to allergy desensitization.
Hmm.
So instead of me applying needles to people or giving them medication, I want to go a more holistic route. So I'm working with martial arts in treating and helping people deal with these medical issues in a holistic martial art manner.
I think that's fantastic. Yeah, get off the. I mean, God, some of the medication's killing people, right? Um,
So do you have like a YouTube channel or something where people who might not be able to get to one of your classes or courses can do some of the exercises or follow you?
Well, thank you, Renee. I'm work and putting together YouTube station. I have a couple TikTok videos out, but I've got to get some more classes going on Zoom or FaceTime.
Make sure you share those because whatever we can do to help.
Thank
yeah,
you.
just absolutely on that. I mean, this is just fantastic. Wow, wow. What's your goals with this? What do you want to see? Let's say in the next couple of years.
I'd like to see in the next couple of years a wellness center that is able to address martial arts wellness to treat and help people uh, real empower themselves to deal with these various neurodegenerative issues with the Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia. Oftentimes, I've seen that when people have Parkinson's, they also get a combination of Parkinson's and Alzheimer's or Parkinson's and dementia.
So,
So,
well,
by having a wellness center that can address those issues, I believe that would be a worthwhile goal.
if you're doing this, I mean, and you get a patent and you're going to actually have this legitimate licensed course where folks can do, I mean, if you get all that, I can see that occurring. Like, are you trying, like, for instance, is your goal, like, every state to have a facility where, I mean, or trainers facility with where folks can get access to what you're doing?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Wow, wow, wow. And how are you going about? I mean, like, you're one person. I mean, I give you so much credit and admiration, but like, what are you tapping into as far as help and on this?
I have a great support team and it's growing. And I'm going to be using the various social media platforms to assist me in doing that.
Whatever we can do to help here after my discussion. I mean, like,
Well,
it's
you're starting right now, Dean. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
yeah. But I feel like, I mean, you need. I just feel based on what you're doing. Again, not to beat a dead horse in the ground. I just had no idea to the fullness and magnitude and like what you're doing and trying to achieve. I just,
Well,
you
that's why I was trying to tell Dean that you'd be a great guest to have on.
Thank you.
Renee was saying this last.
Shout out to Sensei Guru Peter Friedman for introducing me to Tuhan Mike and Guru May Williams.
Oh yeah, okay, right. We
It's
were
because
just
it was through them and making my trips out to New Hampshire and Boston, Massachusetts, that I was able to meet up with Dean Franco.
yeah we right
Great
we
to see you, Dean. It was great to see Dr. Tim Hartman, Dr. Ty Body, and Craig.
who's Dr. Tim? Who? No, it was no, it was fun seeing you. It was fun you seeing everybody, but when we were up there, you were running this by me, and any I'm as I like to think I'm as empathetic as anybody else, and I have a soft spot. But so when you were telling me about this, I'm like, well, this needs to be covered. I mean, this is like, yeah, this is a no brainer.
Well, that's why
Well,
you
thanks
ran
for
it
the
past me,
opportunity to
right?
get the exposure. We need to let people know about this.
Yeah.
And using martial arts as a healing vehicle is a great opportunity.
This is why Dean ran it past me, because if there's one thing I'm known for, it's my empathy.
So when we
You,
were,
Renee, you have empathy?
Oh my God, you have no idea.
oh my god. So we got a question here. So this is from
Yes.
me. Where can we see results of your work? Um, that's I don't know if that's possible, but that's his question.
Well, if anything's really important, how do you look it up, Dean?
I'm sorry. If something's really important, how would I look it up?
Yeah.
I would go
Where
on
do people
YouTube,
look things up on these days?
YouTube, internet,
YouTube? Maybe you might want to look up something on Chat GBT or Gemini.
Gemini. Okay.
Pull up my name, see if you find it in there.
Okay. So Professor Spencer G. Maynard, see what comes up.
It's enough after that, okay?
So all right. So those your so we're your long. We got your 2 year goal. What is your long term? Like 10 years from now? Like what?
And
What's that?
well, let's get some swipe centers in all the major cities in the United States, and then work on working our way up to uh, Southeast Asia, where they have a lot more challenges.
Because of the pollution, the factories, like you were saying, etc.
Yes,
What about
East
Canada?
East
What's wrong with Canada?
Canada. Right now, I'm just dealing with the United States and East Asia, Renee.
Oh, okay.
But they're projected to have about 10.9 million PD cases in East Asia and 6.8 million in South Asia.
Wow, wow, wow. What are they doing? I mean, okay, what's the status quo over there? in those countries that are getting greatly affected, like what are they doing over there, if anything?
Ronan.
Well, I suppose they're doing what they can, but they don't have this approach.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they don't. So is it more just hospitalization and kind of doing the best they can as far as
It's not enough.
yeah.
Gotta get current, Dean. This is what's current. This is the way place to be, doing this.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I'm just wondering what they're doing with all these cases over there, in that, so the majority of cases over there, Asia,
Okay,
Southeast Asia,
there we go. Now,
and then of course some here in the West. But yeah, okay, wow. I had no idea it was that prolific. Far
You know,
as
I've also come into contact with a lot of people who've had Parkinson's, and they may attribute it to when they were in the war with Agent Orange, things of that sort.
oh, Vietnam,
Yes,
God Almighty, it's like the gifts that keeps on giving. First the cancer, now this, and now that from all those chemicals, right?
yes.
Wow, wow, wow. So far as the arts, getting back to what you're doing, so the arts you're pulling from Tai Chi, FMA, Kung Fu, and what else?
Capoeira,
Capoeira.
uh, flamenco dance, ballroom dance, all these different movement approaches. The main thing is that you're doing both sides of the body.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
doing ipsilateral movement and contralateral movement, and that's what's working on developing your neuroplasticity.
Okay. So 12, and you're working in currently status quo. You're in 12 places right now. Wow.
Yes, I've been an adjunct professor at Hofstra University since 1996.
Okay.
I've been giving the Tai Chi classes there and the self defense classes there, thanks to Joe Bubanis.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So when you are, and far as frequency, with your 12 places, are you seeing folks generally speaking twice a week?
Yes,
Okay. All right. So they get, all right. All right. Wow.
at
So,
least at least twice a week. I mean, you
yeah.
know, this is like brushing your teeth. You should be doing at least twice a day, every day.
Yeah. But I mean, so how do a lot of these folks, depending on where they're at, I guess, as far as the effects on the disease, do a lot of them take the initiative on their own to do stuff?
Very rarely. You
Uh,
have to, you know, I can have all the things out there. I can have the videos out. I can have the equipment out. They still have to get up, go over and do it.
I guess what I'm leading to is you're developing this program. I know you're going there twice a week, but if you train some of the personnel there, if they would fund it, then they in turn, is that something that's possible?
It's possible.
But funding, of course, would be I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
Wow. Any grants potentially available or anything like that? Federal, anything?
Usually not. The main opportunity I have right now is to uh, involve some of the college students at Hofstra, those who are interested in helping out to learn on the job, in the field experience of working with seniors to this degree.
Yeah. Wow.
what
Again,
about like a GoFundMe or something, just to kind of like raise some money to get some of these projects up and running?
I'll give that some deep consideration, Renee. Right now, it's just me and elbow grease, you know?
I commend you. Wow. I think it's great what you're doing. Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
you. Thanks for getting this time with me on the podcast and not just talking about hitting people with sticks, swords, and knives all the time.
no, no. Again, I would like you to come back once you get this stuff in place, like whether you get a patent or whatever new development that comes your way. I mean, please, let us know.
Yes, I'll let you know ASAP. My goal
Awesome.
is to get more involved with Michael J. Fox and his foundation and get something going through him.
Have you spoke with him?
Not yet. I have some contacts, so I'm
Mm,
looking to get
sure.
there soon.
Okay. Okay, that's how it starts. So,
Maybe next time we have a Zoom class, maybe you can let us know that we can promote
I
your
will
Zoom
let you
class as
know
well.
right away, Renee.
And just let us know, like, if we have to bring our own toys or anything else like
Yes. Have your toys ready.
that.
You see the difference with this tiger here?
Hmm.
This tiger is a backpack. So in the backpack are the dumbbells.
look at that.
Because a lot of people don't like to touch a dumbbell, but it's okay to hold a soft, furry, cuddly plush animal
Look
that
at
has the
Nice.
that.
weight inside it. This way,
Clever.
don't think about holding the weight.
Right.
That's
Ah,
been very successful.
that's really neat. Ah, man, man, man. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, definitely let us know. We'll be happy to bring you back on. I mean, I wish you, man, all the best in this. I mean, yeah. Wow, wow.
Thanks a lot, Dean. Thanks a lot, Renee.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. God bless. God bless. Yeah. All right, Professor Spencer, thank you as always.
All
And
right. Thank you very much.
keep
See
us
you
in,
guys.
yeah, absolutely.
Enjoy
Keep
the
us,
holidays.
you too. Keep us posted, please.
I'll keep you posted.
All right, you take care.
Take care.
Bye. Wow, how inspirational. You know, I mean, just to commit yourself to like that degree to help people. You know what I mean? Like that's
Oh, I know. I've been helping people for a long time,
I
and
mean,
I can relate to
but
him.
you're known. I mean, like this is somebody new. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
I was gonna ask him if he saw 355, but I didn't want to take away from what he was saying.
I mean, yeah, like as if he, if he watched it, I mean, he could be even further. Like, it could be like a slight reincarnation to even drive further for his goals. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah,
seeing
it's
the
pretty
difference.
crazy.
You but really, wow, wow. I mean, that's pretty devoted. You know what I mean? Like, I hope he really succeeds. I hope it works out for him. I really do. Um, Next week, I think we might, unless you got somebody, I'm going to touch space with Rich Mager, and he'll come on and talk about Rich Mager stuff. So, unless you got somebody.
Um, Again, it's been kind of touch and go with people. I don't know if it's 'cause it's close to the holidays.
Yeah, that
So
could very, very well be it. Yeah. So no worries. Yeah. So
yeah,
no
and
worries.
it's
But
really hard to, like when I tell people bring a chicken or something else, they
hey,
can.
can you continue to work on that? Like, can
Yeah,
you?
and you can just keep working on that choking the
Oh,
chicken
it's
thing. Yeah, and I'm sorry I'm walking away so much because my puppy and my kids are
no.
they're yeah,
We're
everybody's
puppy and
going
kid
crazy.
friendly, so no worries.
Yes, yes, the puppy is hungry. Olive, remember bring Olive.
So,
Just bring her
folks,
one more time.
we have. If you've missed it, if you do not know the logo
Yeah, that was Penelope
2.0,
who passed away October 10th, and
and
then we were like, yeah, we'll wait to get a puppy, and then next we just got another one.
so this is 2.0.
Well, you know what? It's she's her own version. Definitely a lot more. No, Penelope was like had she was a free spirit in many ways. This one here is more like girly girl. She's got I think she has like 10 outfits already. Like every time I come home, I remember how the kids have like another outfit for her.
Oh, they got dressed up. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's gonna be big. She's got some big paws, so I think she might be. She's gonna be a big one.
Oh, so bigger than Penelope. Yeah,
I don't know. I got a feeling. We'll see. We'll see. She has a bit of sass, but not as much as Penelope.
but still, though, I mean, the logo can.
Yeah. Oh, she gives the Boston side eye, which is awesome.
Let's see.
And
Awesome.
yeah, my alarm goes off at 4 in the morning, and she gets right in my face. It's like your alarm's going off.
4 in the morning, I'd start crying. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
Who says I'm not crying?
jeez. Oh my god. What
Yeah,
are you
that's why
doing?
I look so. I'm working on a commercial site, and I have to be there by 6. So I'll get up, make lunches for the kids, and all that stuff, and then head out to work.
Oh my god. So when you're driving, all right. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
It
So,
snows. Oh, here she is. Here's.
oh, there we go. Ah, look at
Bit me.
She bit you?
Yep, on the finger.
Oh my God, Olive, you gonna be okay?
No, look, Daddy, look. No, that's not even the right finger.
Okay.
Huh.
All right. No, no, no.
So just work your exercises, okay?
I
Uh,
will. I will.
yeah.
We'll work on all the other.
I think one of the kids boxed him out. But all right, folks. We will end this, and I will see you folks next week. I will be doing an FMA discussion next week. I don't have the date yet, but it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be a show and tell. I'll give you a little hint. KI. That's all I'll say. All right, folks. I'll see you next week. Yeah, Brian, really inspiring. Yeah, I hope he does a GoFundMe where folks can actually try to help him out. Truly inspiring, though. Okay.